Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, A, if you can speak to that pressure at all, and B,
Mm-hmm.
had any conversations with Sue at all, what those have been like?
Yeah, I think there's definitely pressure, but I mean, I don't think it's any different than the stuff I faced in college. And then coming in here, like obviously, I know there's going to be pressure, and we're the youngest team, most inexperienced team in the league. So I think just giving ourselves grace, and like I feel like our improvement from game 1 to game 4 has been immense. Just in that short period, I think this is like our 24th day together. We played 4 games against maybe 2 of the 3 best teams in the league. So I think you have to kind of keep it all in perspective. And yeah, I mean, our goal every single night we come into these games, we come in expecting to win. So, you have that pressure, you have the pressure of performing, you have the pressure of everybody in the outside world watching you. But I think it's something you embrace, and, maybe it's a little different and new for the other girls in this organization or the coaches in this organization. But I think everybody's done a really good job of just accepting that's what it is. And, I think Sue has been somebody that's been very supportive of me over the course of my college career. Like I remember when she was here last time I played in Climate Pledge, cheering for us, came to shoot around before. So, I saw her when she was at the Liberty game when we played in New York a couple games ago. And, she's just always been somebody that's been supportive and really just wants the best for me. So I really appreciate it.
Kaylin, how do you think your game has translated from college to WNBA so far? Just the way that, you'd had a different coach, Lisa Bluter, to Indiana Fever here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's translated well. I mean, nobody said I was going to come in here and average 30, 10, and 10. Like, I think that's probably a little bit of an unrealistic expectation, and maybe at some point in my career I'll get to that. But I think to come in here and distribute the ball, I think I can do a little bit better job of, finding my teammates and taking care of the ball a little bit better. But some of that's going to come with just the chemistry as we develop that over the course of the season. As a team, taking care of the ball better is a better focus. But, I think shooting-wise, I think I've taken good shots. I think at times I can probably be a little bit more aggressive and play downhill a little bit more. It's a little different when you have so much talent on your team. I think that's still something that I'm getting used to, and finding those people when they're open in spots that they can be successful as a point guard. And I don't know, I think it's definitely been an adjustment, but I feel like, since the first 2 games, I think I've done a better job of just like going out there and playing and being myself. And I think that, we'll continue to evolve as we get going here.
You enjoying this? I mean, this is Storm country. I mean, the 18,000 fans here tonight. A lot of them come to see you. It's like a world tour you're on. You enjoying this?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think I would be disappointed if it wasn't like this in a way. Not disappointed, but I feel like it's also just something like you kind of expect and welcome at this point. It's a lot of fun for me, like getting to play in front of these environments, whether they're cheering for you, whether they're cheering against you. I think as a competitor, that can bring out the best in you. We went to New York, played at Barclays, and I thought that environment was absolutely incredible, and I expect something very similar here tonight. But I think it's just great for women's basketball. It's great for this franchise. Obviously, the Storm have done incredible things with the talent they've had, and the talent they've added this year. Obviously, speaks for itself. So I'm definitely excited, but I think our team is definitely enjoying playing in front of these large crowds too. Our last game at home, our crowd was absolutely incredible and really into the game. So the more we can continue to feed off of crowds, especially our home crowds, I think is going to help us in the long run.
Well, Caitlin, that Pittman with KC gets ready all the way back to San Francisco. So Bay Area just, got an expansion team, and they'll play next summer. Last week unveiled their colors and brand identity to go from like 10,000 plus deposits for season tickets. Excitement is high, kind of riding this wave that certainly you're very familiar with, Victoria, with the W. Just seeing that the league is now kind of capitalizing on that and expanding to major markets like San Francisco Bay Area, to Toronto. How significant is that to the story of what the WNBA is experiencing right now?
Yeah, I think it's obviously super important right now. I think just the steps that this league has taken even over the course of the last year, obviously announcing that expansion team, announcing the Toronto expansion team, the charter flights. I think the CBA, we can opt out of the CBA after this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think just all those things, like you're really going to see this league continue to evolve over the course of the next couple of years and probably really change and become even better in a lot of different ways. And I think that's really good. I've been somebody that's supported this league ever since I was a young girl. Now being a part of it, it's something special, and I want to continue to help it continue to grow forward. But, I think playing women's college basketball and then coming to the pros, how much talent there is out there. And then obviously coming here, there's less than 144 spots in this league. So I think expansion is, only going to help increase the awareness of our game, obviously get into more markets. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. 10,000 season ticket deposits. Like, I don't think people realize how, you know, insane that is. I mean, I don't know if any team across the league has that many season ticket deposits. So, you know, I'm just happy, and, you know, hopefully it continues to expand past just even those two teams. I think there's even more room to grow in that regard.
Seeing a place like the Bay Area, with its history of
Mm-hmm.
you know, icons coming from the college basketball world, and what Stanford's been, what Coach
Mm-hmm.
Vanderveer has been there. Anything come to mind about the idea of professional basketball finally having a place in the Bay where a team like Stanford has been so good for so long? Cal's on the rise with Sherman Smith, and
Yeah.
USF has always done tremendous things. And
Yeah.
it's a great legacy.
Yeah, I think it's a great place for a women's basketball franchise. Obviously, what Tara was able to do at Stanford and just the excitement around women's basketball in that area, I think is absolutely incredible. And then obviously, you know, the Chase Center and what the Warriors were able to do, like, it's just a great place to put women's basketball. I think it's going to be well supported. Obviously, you see that with the season ticket deposits, but just the people in the community that, you know, are excited about it even before we ever had a WNBA franchise going there. Like, they loved women's basketball before they got a franchise, so I couldn't really think of a better place to put a team. And, you know, I think their team colors are also pretty cool. So
That was
people,
one of my questions for you. I didn't put you on the spot.
yeah,
You would-
not too bad. Not
Valkyries,
as good as the Fever, but it's up there. It's up there.
Did you have a relationship with Tara at all, especially going
Mm-hmm.
back to coming out of high school and your recruiting process?
I never really talked to her a ton during my recruiting process because I narrowed it down pretty quickly that I wanted to be close to home. But obviously, I knew Coach Tara, like, and what she was, you know, doing at Stanford, and her and Coach Bluter are really good friends. So that's how I kind of got to know her, and then I got to know her through Cam too, because me and Cam are pretty good friends, and spent some time with her at the Wooden Award my junior year with Cam. And she's just such a down-to-earth, great human being that just really wanted the best for women's basketball. She was one of those pioneers and trailblazers that, you know, really helped grow our game forward. And, you know, it's sad that she's not going to be in the game anymore, but I think her impact and her legacy is going to be something that you see for a really long time. And, you know, I remember her talking to me about, like, she's a huge water skier or something like that. So I'm sure she'll be doing a lot of that now that she's not coaching, and as she should. She definitely deserves it.
Valkyries and Valkyrie Violet, thumbs up.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up for sure.